and I've used Display Recorder, especially with my senior classes, to record lessons that students are going to miss, because it records everything you do on your iPad and everything you say is recorded, and you can then email it to the students who missed the lesson. You can see here, Creations is another good one. It's got lessons on there that you can use about the cardiorespiratory system and the anatomy system. iMotion HD is good for time-lapse video, and I've used this to evaluate my own lessons. So you can condense 60 minutes into 60 seconds through time-lapse photography. Shows you your movement around the classroom and things like that. The science app's a good one for PE is called Science 360, and this one uses video, and there's a whole lot of different videos on here that are about sort of biomechanics, force, acceleration, velocity, all of those kind of things. So Science 360. If we get specifically into the PE apps, I'll just open these up. I'm not going to open each of them up individually. I'll just very quickly tell you what each of them's about. So the first one is a sports medicine app for HSCPE, broken down into the critical questions. A good app because it links videos and other things to the information that they're teaching. The PDHPE study one is flashcards and also a test, so you can go in and do a multiple choice test. And there's also flashcards, good just before your HSCPE. The Teach HPE one is not bad. It's not just for HSC, it's for all PE, and it links to videos and articles that you might like to use in your lessons. The next one is the St John's First Aid app, good for sort of year 8, 9, 10, and also good for those resus and CPR days that you're doing with staff. The Australian Government Drugs one is the handbook that they put out. It's just the app version of it, so it's broken down into drug categories. The next one I think is probably one of the better ones, Human Anatomy. It allows students to learn anatomy and then test themselves on anatomy as well. The next anatomy one is called Speed Anatomy. This goes into a lot of detail, and probably more detail than is necessary for PE, but if you do want to extend your students, then it's a good one. The next two are called Easy Portfolio and Easy Assessment. Portfolio is good for things like parent-teacher nights because you can record video and audio and put them into a student's portfolio. So if you've got that student's parents there, you can play them the student's portfolio and they'll get a really good understanding of where their student's at. The assessment one is good because any assessment tasks you do, if you load them on here, it will allow you to export them to your email. And it comes up in Microsoft Excel form. The next two are beep tests. First one is $4.49, the second one is free. There's very little difference between the two of them. I'd go for the free one. The next one is called Fit Test, and it's really good. It goes through all the different fitness tests. It's got the procedures, and it's also got what results students should be achieving for excellent, very high, average, etc., etc. If I skip seconds, I'll go to heart rate. The heart rate one is quite good. It allows you to measure your heart rate, and also I use it as a lead-in to a lot of my target heart rate zones and training thresholds, those kind of lessons. The two video ones are Coach My Video and Coach's Eye. Good for video analysis of students and especially biomechanical analysis. The PE apps one there is an app that helps find PE apps. It costs 99 cents, and yeah, just allows you to see other apps that are handy for PE. The PE games one is, it's good, but it's basic. It provides a lot of games, but they are very basic in nature, and I would suggest it would be good for Year 7 orientation or primary schools. The two things that I'm using during my presentations at the PE State Conference are Apple TV, which allows you to shoot your iPad up onto the screen, and anything you do on your iPad will actually be shown up on the screen. And if you want to connect it to a smart board, Canex ATV Pro, which is the cord hanging off the end of Apple TV there, will allow you to do that. Apple TV is $89 and the Canex Pro is $69. That's just very